Lil Mama, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' incident back in 2009 was just another staged spectacle in time that realistically could have been prevented if this was actually real. This ordeal was televised for the masses' eyes to witness, as the public witnessed a scripted historical moment that was written in our history timeline. But upon simple examination, it's very difficult to deny that this entire ordeal was all orchestrated. But before we go into what transpired on stage that night, let's gather more information so that we can connect the dots to prove why this was all one big hoax. Back in 2009, Alicia Keys was formerly signed to a label named J Records, which was owned by BMG, until it was eventually transferred to Sony Music Entertainment when they acquired all of BMG's record labels back in late 2008. Lil Mama, in 2009, was signed to label titled Jive Records, which was also under the same umbrella of the label Alicia Keys was signed to, which was BMG and Sony Music Entertainment. Record executive Clive Davis was the founder of J Records, which was the label that Alicia Keys was signed to. Barry Wise, another American music executive, got his start at Clive Calder's label Jive Records, which was the same label that Lil Mama was signed to. He got his start there before eventually working his way up as head of the RCA and Jive Records. Ironically, in 2008, a year before the Lil Mama debacle, in 2009, after BMG would acquire all of the labels, Barry Wise would then go on to be named as chairman and CEO of the BMG label groups. Wise oversaw Jive Records, which is the label Lil Mama was signed to, and he also oversaw J Records and inherited the management of Alicia Keys. Now we see how Lil Mama and Alicia Keys were both linked to all of the labels and same executives back in 2009, being as though both were under the same umbrella, led by the same executive. He simply would have never allowed that to happen. This further proves that this was nothing more than a scripted publicity stunt that would create controversy and headlines for people to remember. I also found tape of behind-the-scenes footage of Ellen DeGeneres and Lady Gaga the night of the VMA'S, which showed how protective and vigilant security was that night. Even Jay-Z arrived with security.
But I have to ask you about the MTV Awards. I'm not sure if you commented on the Little Mama jumping on the stage thing.
I didn't. It's the first time I was asked about it. Yeah, I just thought like it was I would never, me personally, I would never do that. I would never have the nerve to do that.
Right.
You know, it's just like someone's up there performing. Like we went to rehearsals and we did run-throughs and we worked really hard at the performance to put on the show for people, you know, and to interrupt that moment for us, you know, I don't think that was the right thing to do. I actually thought it was the equivalent to what Kanye did to Taylor Swift, but nobody really talked about that because I'm not a little sweet girl from the middle of America.
Right. They definitely were more focused and angry at Kanye than they were at Little Mama.
And I'm cool with her, you know, being excited and all that. I understand that, but you know, you also have to understand that, you know, people put in work to, you know, to make that performance happen. That took weeks. You know, the planning of it. If you look at those screens, we had to go to Yankee Stadium. We shot that live. You know, there's a lot of planning that went into that performance. You know, the intro and, you know, to disrupt that is,
Were you angry? Were you angry?
Yeah, I was a little angry, yeah, to be honest.
Keep in mind, Jay-Z is always surrounded with a pack of Muslims. Keep in mind, Jay-Z is always surrounded with a pack of Muslims.
Keep in mind, Jay-Z is always surrounded with a pack of Muslims.
The NAACP Image Awards were like super amazing this weekend. Some of the most fun I've ever had. Jay-Z and Beyonce attended, which is always like it's anywhere they go. It's like I've seen presidents that have less security than them. I've seen presidents that have less security than them.
I've seen presidents that have less security than them.
You can't just get on Jay-Z's stage without, it's Jay-Z, my nigga. You can't just get up there. You can't just get on Jay-Z's stage without, it's Jay-Z, my nigga. You can't just get up there.
You can't just get on Jay-Z's stage without, it's Jay-Z, my nigga. You can't just get up there.
TV and I have been through the Def Jam building. When you go through that building and they have big stars, there's a different level of security. Now, Tony Yayo, one of the realest niggas, you did an interview with him. He once said in an interview, 3 niggas you don't fuck with: Diddy, Jay, and 50. He's like, yo, Jay got the white ninjas, 50 got the black ninjas, and Diddy got the purple ninjas.
So you saying Jay-Z had president security?
Yeah, my nigga.
So you saying Jay-Z had president security?
Yeah, my nigga.
So you saying Jay-Z had president security? Yeah, my nigga.
Oh, I'm looking, cause I seen it. Cause the only other time I ever seen that type of security was for DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Cause you know, niggas is always ready to slap him in New York.
So all right, Jay-Z had the president security.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're not sniping that nigga. He's sniping you on site.
So all right, Jay-Z had the president security.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're not sniping that nigga. He's sniping you on site.
So alright, Jay-Z had the president's security. Yeah, oh yeah. You're not sniping that nigga. He's sniping you on site. In 2013, rapper Papoose had a similar situation to Lil Mama, where he allegedly crashed rapper Kendrick Lamar's set and went on stage during Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Hot 97 Summer Jam Fest without Kendrick Lamar's consent, and that the show planners had no prior knowledge that that incident would transpire. But let's take a look at the title of the YouTube video, which in a way is the elites revealing that this is really how the Lil Mama incident was staged as well. And also listen to how Papoose admits that it was all staged.
Papoose?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you just now, son.
Yeah, Rosenberg knew. He didn't tell nobody. Well, it wasn't my thing. I was happy Pap was getting a look. Yeah, right. I was.
A couple other people knew too. Who else?
Who else? Syfe found out shortly before.
Yo, Rosenberg.
Yo.
Who else knew?
Who else knew?
Yeah, that was performing on stage.
No, I found Ebro knows this. I found out from Kendrick's manager, obviously.
Kendrick Lamar was scheduled to bring me out on the stage. That's why I came on the stage.
It's so hip hop to get on stage and just get your moment and go for it.
Yep.
But my nigga, I was looking at the clock like, wait, maybe this was planned. Kendrick still has 3 minutes on his set time. Papoose out, did he give him? I was like, should I cut him off? Like, fuck it, man. Papoose just rocked Summer Jam.
Go look at the footage. He introduced me.
Papoose just Lil Mama Summer Jam. Papoose just Lil Mama Summer Jam.
Papoose just Lil Mama Summer Jam.
Let me ask you this, though.
Uh-huh.
So, High 97, you know what I'm saying, controls Summer Jam, right?
Yeah.
That's y'all event. So if I wasn't supposed to be on stage, why didn't you pull the plug?
Here is where random footage surfaced of Beyonce supposedly attempting to prevent Little Mama from crashing the stage. There were also rumors that Little Mama was actually the one trying to pull Beyonce with her on stage. But considering the stature of celebrity and the power that Beyonce holds, and the large amount of attention she commands, wouldn't a natural reaction be for her and the people around her to go after Little Mama and prevent her from going on stage? Lastly, why wasn't security blocking the steps to the stage to keep a random fan from possibly running up on stage?
By Little Mama made Jay-Z's emotional performance with Alicia Keys one of the most memorable of the night. Made Jay-Z's emotional performance with Alicia Keys one of the most memorable of the night.
Made Jay-Z's emotional performance with Alicia Keys one of the most memorable of the night.
What I also found weird and eerie about that night was that both Kanye West and Lil Mama both went on stage the night of the VMA'S to interrupt and take away attention from these entertainers' big moment. Kanye West was signed to Roc Nation, which so happened to be Jay-Z's label. Taylor Swift, who at 13 years old was given an artist development deal with RCA Records, which had been acquired by BMG in 1987. Both Kanye West and Lil Mama mothers died exactly 1 month apart from each other in the same exact year.
What happened yesterday at the VMAs? What went down?
I thought Jay was like, okay, I see you. So I'm like bouncing and I'm coming towards Jay-Z and then he's like backing up. And my emotions at the time was like a vibe, like, yeah, like you doing it. When I got home, I realized he said, oh, you gonna T-Pain it, huh? And when I got home, I realized he said, oh, you gonna T-Pain it, huh?
And when I got home, I realized he said, oh, you gonna T-Pain it, huh?
Oh, Summer Jam or something like that?
So,
Okay.
I hit 2 people that were supposedly connected to Jay-Z at Summer Jam. They told me he was triple booked and he wasn't going to be there.
Okay.
Because I was calling to say, when Jay performs the song, I want to support it.
That's fire. That's
I want to go out. I want to go out and support the shit. He comes out on Jeezy set and then he does a bunch of songs, and I'm like, shit, I want to go. I still want to support the song. Keep in mind, Jay-Z is always surrounded with a pack of Muslims. Keep in mind, Jay-Z is always surrounded with a pack of Muslims.
Keep in mind, Jay-Z is always surrounded with a pack of Muslims.
He's surrounded by Fruit of Islam all the time.
FOI.
Niggas in suits. Bro, he's about to do the song, I gotta go out there. He said, Ebro says, T-Pain's coming, make a hole, FOI, bam. They back up. You can't just get on Jay-Z's stage without, it's Jay-Z, my nigga. You can't just get up there. You can't just get on Jay-Z's stage without, It's Jay-Z, my nigga. You can't just get up there.
You can't just get on Jay-Z's stage without, like, it's Jay-Z, my nigga. You can't just get up there.
And at the end, I'm like, this is gonna be cool as shit, because I'm gonna shake his hand, and then it's gonna show everybody that's like, we're gonna squash it right here in front of everybody, right? He looks at my hands like, good riddance, and then he just fucking walks off. He looks at my hands like, good riddance, and then he just fucking walks off.
He looks at my hands like, good riddance, and then he just fucking walks off.
Something happened quite interesting at the VMAs. Very, very interesting. I'm sure we all remember when Jay-Z was singing Empire State of Mind with Alicia Keys. Remember, it was just like, oh, New York, the whole song. It was amazing. There was this great energy. And then suddenly, somebody just jumps on the stage. So, I have to ask you, what the hell were you thinking?
Well, when I was sitting in the stands, I was very excited, and I felt the connection, like being from New York, and I was just like so emotional that I just
feeling it.
Yeah, I was really feeling it. I got up there to share that moment.
So when you're up there, you're doing it. I was shocked that you knew how to do the pose like this in the end. How did you know that Jay-Z and Alicia were going to do the pose like that at the end of the song? You knew how to do the pose like this in the end. How did you know that Jay-Z and Alicia were going to do the pose like that at the end of the song?
You knew how to do the pose like this in the end. How did you know that Jay-Z and Alicia were going to do the pose like that at the end of the song?
You knew how to do the pose like this in the end. How did you know that Jay-Z and Alicia were going to do the pose like that at the end of the song?
You knew how to do the pose like this in the end. How did you know that Jay-Z and Alicia were going to do the pose like that at the end of the song?
So I gotta ask you, how mad was you at Little Mama when she fucked up your performance?
All I know, we was on that stage. Jay was here. I was here. In my head, I was such a gorilla at the time. I was like, this is what's happening is I'm going to destroy this record tonight. That's all I had in my head. Somehow, however she got over here, I didn't even bear witness to. The whole show, I was so focused on making it amazing. I went backstage and Jay was like, so you ain't see that? And I was like, what? And he was like, nah, you ain't just see what just happened? And I was like, yeah, we killed it. That's what just happened. And he was like, no, you ain't see. And I was like, what are you talking about? The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea to shoot it. I had to watch the playback myself. The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea to shoot it. I had to watch the playback myself.
The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea to shoot.
The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea to shoot it. I had to watch the playback myself. The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea to shoot it. I had to watch the playback myself.
The whole time, my sister was standing right there, and I had no idea to shoot.
What does it mean to you to have the VMAs come to New York City?
It's real big for me, actually. Like, the last time that VMA's was in New York, I was standing outside saying, next time that, they come, I'm going to be in there.
Right.
I'm going to be in the building. Like,
And you are?
Absolutely.